Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Beatlemaniac. Hey, Denise. Hey, Pamela. Oh, looky, Pamela, you're like on time, which I know you stress out about, but so glad to see you guys. I wasn't gonna do a live tonight, to be honest, and then things went crazy today, and now we have so much stuff to talk about that it's just nuts. I mean, obviously, most of us know about everyone's playing it about the Debbie's 911 calls. So we will listen to it. Um, and if you're all like, nah, I've heard it a million times, please speak out so that I can be like, all right, we don't have to listen to it. But I've listened to, so I haven't listened to her sisters. I've listened to Steve's, but I haven't gotten the sisters or Amanda's yet. So I think it'll be cool because I'll be hearing it for the first time with you guys. And I've found several things already just in Steve's that I do feel, and I'll get to this in a minute, but I do feel that he was pretty out of the loop with everything that was going on. But who knows? I might be wrong. A couple things. One thing I want to say is if you've emailed, so the way that my semesters work in college is, hey, S Hockett, is I do like a 16-week class in 8 weeks. So I have 8 week classes right now, and then another 8 week classes start at the end of October. So I'm on the last 2 weeks of um, the semester for three of my classes. So things are really crazy. So if you email me and I don't get right back, or you say something and I miss it, please know it is nothing to do with you. I honestly just sometimes I feel like I don't have a second to breathe with the kids and everything. So, but please don't be hurt. And if I do hurt you, reach out to me and be like, hey, I was a little bit hurt. And you can always do that. Listen, I'm extremely ADD. So I'm all over the place sometimes. So just have grace with me. um, But I don't know if Kate will be over or not. I know that I know her son was sick last night. So anyways, Denise, I agree. I agree. I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard it's got some really good intel in it. But let's talk first and foremost. We know I have am very passionate about EliZa's case, and we have, hey, cool gamer, we have a cause of death. Kind of what I expected, but there was some things I didn't expect, so we're going to go over that. And I will say that what I did expect was she died a brutal death, and I think that was confirmed today, and it's awful. It was worse than I thought. It's awful. Hey, Princess Megan. It just broke my heart. I found myself getting like all teary-eyed again, just senseless. Where is it? Um, Hold on, I'm trying to find it. That's not it. Hold on one second, y'all. Here we go. Where's Punkette? Punkette's always here. All right. So it was Pamela. So one thing I said was, well, this doesn't fit his entire MO, the gunshot and the killing. But then I realized, how do we know? Because we only know, there's Kate. Kate, you don't have to come up if your son is sick, but by all means, thank you, Beatlemaniac. By all means, you're welcome. So again, we don't know his MO completely because I think there's a lot more victims that we don't know. All right, let's do this. And, we need to keep praying for EliZa's family. It's hard enough to lose a loved one, but I can't imagine what it's like to lose a loved one and then see this, see the actual cause of death has got to be horrific. But all right, so here's what we have for pathological diagnosis. Gunshot wound to the head, indeterminate range, which just means, I guess, for some reason they can't tell how far away he was. That does tell me that he might not have been super close range, but I don't know. The entrance was the posterior posterior aspect of the right parietal bone. Now, I have that pulled up so you guys can see that, but let me read the rest of it first and then I'll show you. Injury to calvarium, basilar skull, and facial bones, which would probably be just based on the fact that the bullet went through. Exit was a left aspect of the frontal bone. No projectile is recovered. Oh, trajectory back to front and right to left. Okay, so let me show you what that means. It absolutely is, Pamela. So hold on, guys. I'm going to pull this up. All right, awesome, Kate. Thank you. Well, by the time we go over that, you might be because yeah, because we're going over this and then. Hey LFT, cooking breakfast for dinner. But awesome. Awesome, LFT. LFT, where's Tia? Is she okay? I haven't seen her for a while. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was doing. See? It's crazy. My head is crazy. Okay. So I'm kind of a brain geek. I study the brain for fun. So just bear with me, y'all. But this is good because it gives us an idea of what happened. So if you can see the I don't know how to say it. Parietal bone is right here. It's at the top. That's the blue section. So posterior would be just means back, anterior is front. So to the best of my knowledge, it was kind of from the back and then it shot upwards, which was through the frontal bone, right to left. So it's actually from, your right side to your left side. So it would seem, he shot her from in the back of the head. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that just takes my. Hey, Katie. So there we have it. It would seem that he, shot her from the front to the back. I don't necessarily think she stood a chance, obviously, with that gunshot wound. Okay. I know, Denise. I'm sorry, y'all. It takes me a second just reading that. But what's interesting about that is that tells me I don't think that he killed her in the car like I thought he did. I had been on the fence about that because I thought that if he had shot her in the car, we would have like seen that, they would have seen the light of the gun on the camera. But this tells me that he executed her. Oh, well, thank you. Welcome, Katie. He executed her. And there's no better way to say that. It's awful. It's awful. I don't know whether or not she knew it was coming. Sorry, y'all. That just really So let me show you one other thing. Okay, so let me stop sharing this and go back to now. The interesting part though is that says exactly, Denise. It says that's not the only cause of death though. There's another cause of death listed, blunt force trauma. So I think I'll read it and then I'll tell you what I think. She would have died one way or another from him. It is, Katie. It's absolutely awful. Okay. So here's her blunt force injuries, y'all. Now this is where she put up a fight, I think. So she had contusions on her right thigh, and from my understanding, they were pretty bad. And also subcutaneous hemorrhage on the right leg, which I believe would be like massive bruising, where the blood's drawn to the skin, and maxillary fractures, incomplete Lefort second type, and moderate to advanced state of decomposition. That's pretty standard. Cause of death, gunshot wound, and blunt force injury to the head. So do you see that it's also blunt force injury to the head, which tells me that she would have died from either. But what I wanted to show you as well, sorry, I'm big on visuals, is to understand hey, Rebellious. Okay, LFT. I just wanted to make sure. All right, so let me show you the. This is what was fractured on her, guys. So if you can see this, it's the second one right there. So this is a maxillary, I believe so, Denise, a maxillary fracture. The middle one right here. Um, so basically, it says to die from something like that. Now, this is kind of graphic because I've been researching it today. That most likely you have to hit something like a baseball bat or something. So I believe that he hit her with something to get her in the vehicle and broke those bones right there, or even with her fist. I don't know, but whatever he hit her with was strong enough that it would have killed her. Is that not wild? Oh, so what I'm thinking happened is when we hear about the violent, they said it was violent and there would have probably been evidence of blood, is what I think happened was that he hit her with something. Oh yes, Katie. Yes, you're right, Katie. He's just such a really good. No, S. Hockett, this is EliZa's death thing. Death. I can't think. Autopsy results, and then we're going to talk about Debbie. EliZa was the runner, if you remember. Um, yeah, Katie, he wouldn't do anything like this because he's such a good person. He was set up. Oh, wow, Denise. So I will say, yeah, LFT, I will say, if you guys remember, she was identified, it says she was identified by her fingerprints. So given that she was beat, her face was crushed like that, and the back of her head, her head had been shot, I would imagine her face was in some pretty rough shape. So let's go back to the report. It gets interesting. I mean, sadly, it gets interesting. Yeah. Yeah, S-Socket. That's why. When this came out, I'm following her case through because I have yeah, Pamela. I mean, yeah. If he was like a kid that had never been in trouble. Katie, that's a good question. So there are some things I still don't understand. Hey, Yvette, that I still have questions on. All right. So that's what the blunt force. So she would have died. Maybe if she was hit blunt force injury to the head, maybe she would have lived. But I mean, that's pretty. That it was a significant injury that she had. Okay. So here's the evidence of the injury: gunshot wound to the head, indeterminate range, a 2 by 1 centimeter keyhole type gunshot entrance defect is located on the posterior aspect of the right parietal bone. I showed you guys where that was. 3.1 centimeters from the vertex of the head and 4.5 centimeters to the right of the posterior midline. So that means it, like I told you, it goes, I believe it went bottom to the top. So yeah, I mean, he just came up, boom. The external table of the right parietal bone has mostly external beveling with an area of sparing at the posterior aspect. Mm. The internal table has circumferential internal beveling. What I think that means is the bullet basically exploded inside of her, radiating calvarial fractures associated with the defect involved the right parietal bone and frontal bone. No soot is associated with the bone by visual inspection. That's interesting. The projectile travels through the cranial vault and exits through the left aspect of the frontal bone. Oh man. The brainstem, and cerebellum are absent due to extensive decompositional changes with insect activity. Hold on a second. I got to take that in. That's Katie, ask questions. I love questions. If I don't see something, if I don't respond, it's just cuz I am reading and I'll come back in and I'll see it. Nope, you're right, LFT. So, oh, I hate that yell. So what? Oh my gosh, sorry. I know, Katie. So look, we're a true crime channel, so I'm going to be transparent. So basically, what that means is a lot of her head and brain and stuff were eaten away by insects and the fact it had been there. Oh, so if so, the fact that she was identified by fingerprints, does that mean like her family didn't have to identify her? Does anybody know? Or do they just do that regardless? I'm just curious. I wish Rhodey Gale was here. She's a biology major. All right. I'll come back and see what y'all say. Okay. The exact injuries to the parenchyma cannot be determined. A 1.5 by 1.5 centimeter gunshot exit defect is located on the left aspect of the frontal bone, 3.5 centimeters from the vertex of the head, and 5.5 centimeters from the left of the anterior midline. I still think he was close. Radiating fractures associated with defect involve the frontal bone, left orbit, left temporal bone, bilateral orbital plates, and sphenoid bone. No skin or soft tissue is associated with the entrance or exit defects. No projectile is recovered. The trajectory of the wound path with the body in anatomical position is back to front and right to left. See separate forensic anthology report. So, Asaka, that's what I figured. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, we're gonna dig into as soon as Jen's feeling better, we're digging into the White House, Texas extreme murder. Um, so yeah. So I will say that I do not think if I know this sounds horrible, y'all. As far as the gunshot, I don't think she suffered. I think that was pretty instant. The rest of it obviously was not. But I do think that once he did that, it was done. What a scumbag. All right, so here's the blunt force injuries. A quarter inch blue contusion is located on the lateral aspect of the right thigh. A 1.25 inch blue contusion is located on the lateral aspect of the right thigh. Oh my gosh. Full body dissection shows subcutaneous hemorrhage on the anterior aspect of the right leg. Oh my gosh. Her leg was beat. Hey, Punkette, we will be. Her leg was beat to heck. Oh my gosh. I know, Katie Rose. Yeah. Sometimes I find a little bit of joy when I think of how much she fought him. And yeah, I mean, the terror in that is ridiculous. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm so glad she gave him a run his, run for his money. But the interesting part is that he didn't have any defense wounds that we know of. Okay. Here we go. The bilateral aspects of the maxilla have linear, vertically oriented fractures consistent with an incomplete Laforte 2 type fracture. See separate forensic. And oh my gosh. So what that means basically from my understanding. All right, awesome, Punkette. Is that not only did he break and if somebody in here knows better and you're like a medical, like I'm just now starting my medical stuff, so please correct me. But from what I think based on our research was that when he did hit it hard enough that it was, across that area was broken and, basically vertically and horizontally were smashed essentially. Yeah, those 4 minutes in the car. Oof. Okay. All right, let's see what this says. So this is going on. Reportedly, This unknown female white was discovered without signs of life at 1707 hours by law enforcement. Death was pronounced at 2106 hours by investigator Pam Ware. Does that seem like a long time? I guess that's just Memphis Police Homicide Lieutenant Shabazz made the official notification and advised that the death was a suspected homicide. Therefore, jurisdiction was accepted by the medical examiner's office with this investigator along with Dr. Danielle Harrell and Dr. Benjamin Figura responding to the scene. A brief body examination was performed and the descendant and scene documented with photography. The descendant was transported to West Tennessee Regional Forensic Center for further examination. Blah, blah, blah. Tells you the funeral home. There was a toxicology report ordered. That's not all of it. Hold on. Okay, so I'm missing a piece. So I'm missing a piece of this, but, and I'll have to find it. It is my understanding. Exactly, Ashake. It is my understanding, and Punkette can probably confirm that there was fentanyl found in her system. Am I correct in that? Oh, Punkette's still working. Hold on, let me look up what Punkette wrote to me. Um, um, okay. She said, yeah, that's, hey, Jen, that's entirely possible. Where is Punkette told me, and I can't remember. All right, hold on. Bear with me, guys. You know what, Panthera? That's actually highly possible. I'm coming. Found. Oh, she was Katie. She was. Okay, so yes, I'm right. So, well, I'm not right, but the toxicology revealed that fentanyl was also discovered in Fletcher's system. That's wild. Um, so look, we have a 34-year-old. Oh, thanks, Pamela. We have a 34-year-old woman, runner, extreme health, teacher. S. Hockett, it would seem that his motive, as we know right now, is that he's a monster criminal who should have never been let out of jail. And when the moment he got out of jail, basically, he has been assaulting women. I think at this point, what we think is that she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He had been stalking some university cross country runners, and he saw her, and I think he just needed, yeah, I don't know. Um, so, hey, Kellyanne. So fentanyl was in her system. I have a hard time believing, and I'm not, saying that it's not possible that she did fentanyl. What somebody said, and I believe it was Punkette, was that that might have been what he used to calm her down. But somebody, tell me what you think. Why? I mean, why? I believe he gave it to her, but did he keep her alive and torture her? Like, exactly, LFT. This whole, I mean, when reading this and the fentanyl, I mean, but we also have to remember that he was found turning the corner around 6 a.m. to go to that street where he left her. then panicked. So Katie, yes, but here's the thing, y'all, that it does not mention that the essay or any essay in the medical report, which I think it probably would have if I rem Hey, Rhoda Gale, I was just talking about you. I just got it, Rhoda Gale, and I'll respond. But I was just going over this report and I was showing him where all the stuff was, and I was like, I wish Rhoda Gale was here to make sure I was right. Um, Really, Panthera? So that's let's do what Panthera is doing. Let's break it down by crime scene. So crime scene one, let's call crime scene one was Katie. Yeah, so it's not in the crime scene one, let's put that when he attacks her outside the car. Crime scene two is in the car, and then crime scene three is um at the house. That's a good way to do it, Panthera. So, oh, what in the world? Do you hold on, let me check Discord. Because did you put it in there, Pamela? Oh, yep. Okay. So here's what we got. One reading shows a concentration of 10 ng milliliters found in her body. Some academic studies show as little as 5 ng milliliters can be fatal. Holy crap. So via I okay, Aaron, that's what I wondered. Hi, how you doing? Rhodey, as a biology major here. So basically that fentanyl was, I mean, would that had been lethal had she not passed otherwise? I mean, that's massive. True. You guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know very little about that kind of drugs. Would Rhodey, would you? Would does that come in pill form? I'm so sorry. I know very little about that kind of drug. So does would that be like something I mean, Aaron said it's would be like IV or something. I just I don't know. They didn't Rhodey. In fact, she was she wasn't S Hocket? I thought she was. If she wasn't, it might have been because she was home with the boys. She did Rhodey. Now they have not. So what she has said is, um, you mean according? Wait, not Steve, Denise. What was her Richie? Because this is EliZa. Oh, can it, Aaron? Okay. I, I mean, she was an avid runner. What happens when you're on fentanyl? Hey, Dragonstar, welcome. Awesome, welcome. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand this, guys, because I'm trying to understand what his purpose of giving it to her was, and was uh in fact, Rhoda Gale, she was extremely against it because it almost destroyed her marriage. Oh my gosh, S. Hockett. Holy cow. Oh wow. So would it so he could have used it to calm her down then. I mean, this is nuts. Who does that? Well, monsters do this, but well, so Panthera, I would say that probably happened at crime scene too. She must have been completely out to lunch as soon as he gave that to her. Really, Aaron? It makes me wonder if so that actually this might change how I feel about this because okay, Denise. I hope you can come back, but if not, I completely understand. Wow, S. Hockett. So we're looking at something a little bit different then, if this is the case, because at this point we don't know anything about SA and it's not updated on his charges. It's not on this, and this is the medical examiner's report. Every report I've ever seen on somebody that has had something like that happen, it's still listed on the medical report. So this means that his goal was to kill her then, unless when he tried to get her, it was too hard. And that's possible, Aaron. It was too hard and she fought too much. And so he gave her the drugs and then I don't panicked or like something is really weird about this because we know in his other cases with other women, it's been for that reason. Yeah, true. I know, Pamela, me neither. Oh my gosh, Dragon Star, that's crazy. That's true, Aaron. Yeah, Katie, and maybe he's one of those guys where it was escalating up. Yep. So, I mean, I would say probably he the 4 minutes he, drugged her, I would say, in my guess, the reason they said it was so violent was he hit her in the face with something and hit her thighs and did that damage when he was trying to get her in the car. I think that's where the blood came from. Oh, you know what else, guys? If you think about it, how much does a nose bleed? How much does a nose bleed? And he hit her right in that area. Her nose was probably bloody. So, I mean, so probably got her in, gave her the fentanyl, calmed her down, took her to that house. Maybe he knew at that point he was too far in. And I would think probably at the house he shot her, but yeah, I wonder, S. Hockett. Oh my gosh, Dragon Star, that's awful. Wow. True, Aaron. I would not put it past her to um refuse him that way. And that's not to say that it didn't happen. I just can't imagine that that it wouldn't be on the medical report. That's what it is, S. Hackett. That's what I'm having a hard time understanding. The only thing I can think about is that he panicked and she was fighting so bad because the last woman that we actually know of, he just got her right in the car and that was, easy. But he was in sandals. He left his sandals there and he totally might have panicked. And we know his brother is in jail for dealing it. But again, I think it probably happened in that 4 minute span. But the way the bullet was, he had to have shot her from behind. So I just keep trying to put this together. Yeah, Katie, I do think that he knew he was sunk. Like she was a fighter and she would have told. True, Aaron, very true. Very true. Um, so I guess I'm just trying to figure out why he shot her from behind. What was other than it was just a pure execution. And I don't understand. I don't know. I just think this is wild. She entries. Yeah, maybe Dragon Star. For sure, Aaron. For sure. Hey, Denise. Glad you're back. Panthera. Yep. Now, reading this and knowing the essay that we don't think existed now, because nothing's been added to his charges, and he doesn't, it's not on the medical, it does lead me to believe that, I mean, I'm not saying it's the husband, it could be anybody, right? But there might be some reason she was a hit. Hey, Izzy. Izzy, we're just going over this, but she's saying this a little light of mine. Yeah, that would probably be my last option, Jen, that she was taking it because of um my biggest thing would be that he gave it to her because, I mean, heck, they kept it in their glove compartment. I remember law enforcement saying it was in, both of their glove compartments. So, Izzy, we're talking through the fentanyl. It's just wild to me. No, Katie, yeah, I'm at a loss for words because I don't understand his motive in it is what I'm struggling with right now. If that didn't exist, because that's what I thought his motive was the essay part of it, because that was, I mean, he stalked the girls. We know he has a history of it. So I couldn't quite figure out what his motive is. So I don't, I'm struggling with a motive. Just played out, but the opioid stats are, yep, very true, S. Hockett. Very true, Aaron. So now I'm more to like, what was the motive? Just a kill? I don't think so. Yeah, Izzy girl, she had a lethal. Now she didn't die from it, but she had 10 ng milliliters in her system. Izzy, 5 milliliters is lethal. It can kill somebody. She had 10, and we are like, oh wow, rebellious. We are, Izzy. We are. Well, I was thinking he probably, if he drugged her, he probably did it within that 4 minutes in the car, and that's what the 4 minutes were. But, and Izzy, we also have, realized based on this report, that's what I'm wondering, Izzy, based on this report, there was no SA. And that's what I thought his motives were. That's what I thought his motive was. He would need his full body. Yeah. Yeah, Panthera. So I think he beat her pretty bad before she got in the car. That's when he broke her bones in her face and everything. That's highly possible, Denise. But from what everybody was saying up, they said on the street it's in pill form. And if I remember correctly, they did find pills with the brother and also powder. So I know, Izzy. Now. Wow, Aaron. Now I am going. Okay, what was this? I don't know, guys. And the only thing somebody said it, the only, she might have been resistant to it, but she had fentanyl in her system. So she would have been, like y'all were saying, pretty out there and pretty loopy to have resisted it. So I don't think she would have been able to resist it that drugged up. So, well, that's the thing, S. Hockett. So the only thing I could think of is he beat her face and beat her and he might not have beat her face there. He might have done that at a different location. But we do know that it was violent at the scene, and that they said that there would be blood based on what happened outside the car. But as drugged up as the only reason I would have thought he would have drugged her was to get her to calm down so that he could do that. And at this point, with as bad as her leg was beat up, I don't think she could have kicked or anything. It's just crazy. I don't. Oh, wow, rebellious. I mean, y'all, we might not be looking at that being the motive. We might entirely be looking now at some form of a hit. And I'm not saying it's from the husband. I'm just thinking like, yeah, S. Hackett. I'm just thinking, and that's what I wonder is if he thought he could overdose her and then she just. Now, I have a question for you. What, that's possible, Denise, with a hot, and Rody Gale might be able, or somebody here might be able to mention, like, figure it out for me. If she what like had a high metabolism, or I told you I'm naive to this, very high metabolism from running and super being into super health and all that kind of stuff, could she like process it better? Like would it, I don't know. I'm just trying to understand how she was even lucid at that point. For all we know, y'all, this idiot gave it to her afterwards. After he killed her, thinking he's going to somehow make it look like something. Dragon Star, that is an absolutely horrible experience. I'm so sorry you went through that. That is terrible. Me too, Kellyanne. Aaron, okay, that's what I wondered. Yeah, S. Hackett. Really, Denise? Now I have another question. I guess, could somebody have been slipping her fentanyl and she wouldn't have known, but it still would have been in her system? Like, how long does that stuff last in your system? I'm honestly ridiculously naive to. I need to look this stuff up more. And Dragon Star, that's not even an instance where your husband, or if was it your fiance? I thought it was your husband. I can't remember, but where they wanted to do that, they had to do that based on surgery, and that's just awful. Oh, okay, Dragon Star. For me right now, I'm just more at a point of this doesn't make any sense now because he had multiple opportunities. Okay, Izzy, thank you. And if that was his motive, he had plenty of opportunities. And I got to be, I mean, by the end, she probably wasn't fighting him too much because, I mean, her face was smashed and her leg was just broken up. Wow, Denise. Ugh, Dragon Star, that's terrible. So, I mean, we just got, I don't know, that's basically all we know now. I'm sure that there's more that's going to come out. Okay, Aaron, there's more that's going to come out. I think for me, I'm going to go back and do a deep dive into some of these other people that we know and some of these other cases and go back into his brother's drug history a little bit more. And I just, maybe some of the people surrounding the law firm his uncle or her uncle works at and just see, I mean, drugs, beats are, the beating is, I understand is because he was trying to get her in the car, but the drugs too, without the essay. Now, would they, but we don't see any redaction on this. Would they leave that off a medical report to spare family, or I don't know. I'm so confused. Oh my gosh, S. Hockett. You know what, S. Hockett? They do, because I heard that that was going like a couple years ago on the Truckee at Kylie Rodney and Truckee, the on their website. Sweet tart looking fentanyl pills were being passed around. So there was like a, at the high school there was like a warning about it. Katie, now it's an option I'm willing to explore again, that somebody, I do know one of my mods that lives there, and not there where she lived, but near there. Her husband had said there was a lot of speculation around that area because it's, there was a lot of locals saying that there was some corruption within that law firm that her uncle worked for, and where the guy was missing from 2000, the whatever is Durant or something. So So LFT, yeah, they said that they thought it was nothing more than just a, crazy random attack, which is highly possible, but I still don't understand the drugs. Yeah, Denise, it's possible. Exactly, Izzy. It brought more questions to me. But I mean, the bottom line is, I thought it was horrific, but I didn't think it was. I mean, I guess I was naive to it, but I didn't think. I don't know. I do think that law enforcement, that he beat her pretty bad before he got in the car. Oh wow, Dragon Star. Oh goodness. But so that's what we know about EliZa. Oh wow, Aaron. Yvette, that is actually a phenomenal point. That's a phenomenal point. Panthera, that's what I'm struggling with. Is the several methods of it. So do I, Denise. Now, somebody did say there is death penalty. So, I mean, he's not getting out, and from my understanding, the brother's still in prison, as well as, obviously the father's still in prison for killing somebody. So, like I said, it's a family reunion. Gosh. But, well, we're okay. So that's what we know about EliZa. Now let's get to the other crazy case. But you can keep asking questions in chat, and I'll answer as best I can. But I do want to get to Debbie's case. Holy cow. Debbie's case. Debbie's case. All right. Let me unstop share this. Debbie's case. True, Aaron. True. That's true, S. Hockett. Gosh. Nuts. Okay. Yep, we have to remember there's 4 crime scenes, like Panthera said. Um, yeah, Debbie. So the 911 calls came out today, and I do want to listen to them. If you've heard them, like, can you just bear with us again? Because I haven't heard all of them, but there were several things I pointed out or that were picked out. And I did notice there is a lot of shift. A lot of people are starting to go, maybe this was self-inflicted. I still don't think so, but I've changed my mind before. There's just too many things that I'm like, would she wrap herself in a tarp and roll herself down the hill? Like, there's just things that I don't. Play Steve. Yep, we'll play Steve first. Let me get rid of some of Debbie's. I gotta get rid of some or EliZa's stuff here. So really quick, this is crazy, y'all. I just saw this. I'm not going to spend time here. Just popped up that said um, another Georgia girl mysteriously vanished on Friday. A 12-year-old Anna Early was dropped off near an apartment complex in Union City, Georgia, and Anna claims she forgotten something and walked the opposite direction, and she's never been seen again since Friday. That is insane. All right. See, I already forgot where did I? All right, let me just see. Well, I thought that too, S Hocket, but then everybody's like, no, they haven't ruled that out. And so there is one thing I want to say about the Venmo account. I got to thinking last night, and Aaron, you don't have to reel yourself in, so no one has to be quiet on my channel. The other thing too is if I like miss something in chat, I know there's a situation where people have gotten mad if I miss something. Hey, Wonder, bear with me. Panthera, I've thought that too. Okay, so the Venmo thing, I thought, what if that the amount was either a uh, date, a birth date or something, or like a code to a safe or something like that. I know it's out there, but she did tell her where the key to the house was. So I don't know. All right, let's listen to this call. Massachusetts gets feisty. Go Red Sox. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's do it.
Yes. Came home. My wife wasn't home. Her driver's license still in there. The rental car's gone, and her daughter's here. And we were kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here.
Do you have any medical issue? Let's say like Alzheimer's or something like that?
No. She's 59 years old. No, she has no medical issues like that. And according to her daughter, who went up and her purse is still here with her driver's license. The only thing is the phone is gone, and she sent her daughter a text about 2 hours ago saying they won't let me go. Whatever that means, we don't know. And I've been gone all day parking cars for the football game and all, and that's where we at.
What's your address, sir?
435 Rocky Drive, Athens, Georgia.
You said 435 Rocky Drive?
Yes, right next to Sandy Creek Park.
Okay, so she sent your daughter a text.
Sorry for the glitching.
My stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter that they won't let her go.
Yeah, she got a text message saying that.
And it come from her number, right? What's your name, sir?
Steve Collier.
Spell your last name for me?
Collier.
And your wife's name?
Deborah. Before we call it Debbie, but it's Deborrah.
Same last name?
Collier, yes.
How old is she? 59?
59. Just turned 59.
You just returned home, right?
Pardon me?
You just returned home, right?
Yes, I just returned home. I was parking cars until about 4:30, and when I came back, the van that she had rented because car was in the shop was gone. I figured she was shopping for food.
Okay. So and her car is there?
Pardon me? Her van's not here.
Okay. But her driver's license and what else is there?
Right.
Phone?
Yeah, her driver's license is here.
What else did she leave? For the purse or anything else?
Yeah, she left her purse and her credit cards are here.
When was the last time she was seen?
Well, I left at 9 o'clock. She was still sleeping, so last night. I mean, she went to bed last night, and I left, and the van was here.
So is your stepdaughter there though? I mean, did she see her today?
Pardon me?
Did your stepdaughter see her today?
Wait a minute.
You say a stepdaughter. Did she see her or?
Say that again. I'm trying to control a dog.
Okay, your stepdaughter. Did she see her?
No,
recently?
no, nobody has seen her. I was probably the last person to see her last night.
What time? At 9 o'clock last night?
Yeah, about 9 o'clock we went to bed.
You left this morning, right?
Yes, at about 9.
I'm sorry. So did you see her this morning or last night?
No, I saw her last night at about 9 when she went to bed. And when I left, the van was here. And
so she was. You don't know if she was still there or not. You didn't see her this morning.
Right, except the van was still here. So I'm assuming she was sleeping.
What time was the message sent to your stepdaughter?
What time? About 2 hours ago?
About 2 hours ago?
Yes.
And it specifically said they won't let me go.
Yeah, that's what the message said.
And that's all it said, right?
That's all it said.
And she was last seen driving, or she was driving her. What kind of car is that?
It's I don't know because the car's in the shop, so the rental place on
The van that she was driving, is that what she be in, or you don't know?
no, I don't know. It's Enterprise. She went a call from Enterprise. It's a Pacifica something.
That's the car you saw this morning, though, right?
Yeah, the black van. Yeah.
It's a black Pacifica,
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Pacifica.
and that's a rental car.
Yes, from Enterprise.
All right, I'm sorry. What's her birthday?
Deborah. Debbie, or her given name is Deborah.
No, her birthday.
D-E-B-O-R-R-A.
Kate, totally
Her
okay.
birthday? And she white female, black female?
Pardon me?
She white or black?
White.
How tall is she?
About 5'5".
How much she weigh?
About 150.
Yeah, I noticed the birthday wasn't said.
Somewhere around there.
What color hair?
Blondish.
Would she be going to somebody's house or?
That's a good question. I thought she was out shopping for food. Her daughter came over with that strange message, and then went upstairs to her bedroom and found out that her driver's license and credit card's still here. So that doesn't sound like her leaving the house to go shopping like I thought she was. She usually shops for food on Saturday.
So she don't have any money at all with her or any other cards?
Not to our knowledge.
Hmm.
She has nothing.
But she is her purse there?
Yes.
She left the purse as well?
Yes.
Yeah, they were at Socket.
Does she have family here in town?
No, just her daughter.
Have you tried to call the hospitals and jails to be sure?
No, I didn't think of calling the hospital.
Okay. Go ahead. Like I said, I got them on the way out there to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and call both hospitals after and St. Mary's and just check with the jail as well to make sure. And we'll have somebody come out there and talk to you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
And your phone number.
I know, one juror.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
All right, so some key takeaways that I saw. So Jen, to answer your question, yes, because he snored allegedly, they slept in separate rooms, which I mean, I kind of get because until my husband got his CPAP, I constantly kicked him out because I couldn't handle snoring. Yeah, I don't know about that, Panthera. Yeah, S. Hockett. So when they talk about him parking cars, he was referring to parking cars. He must be a parking attendant at the Georgia game, at the Georgia games or something like that. So that was what I assumed he was doing with parking the cars. So here's obviously a couple things that so Dragon Star allegedly she left with, this is what we have. She left what we were told. She left with nothing but a driver's license and debit card. It was also said that, but however, in this, what he's saying is that her purse is still there, but we know based on seeing the surveillance, that woman had a purse. Now, could she have more than one purse? Absolutely. Why she would switch purses that day, though, I have no idea. I will say it sounds like he came home to Amanda already being in there. There was several things, that just didn't make sense. The other thing that was odd to me was that he didn't mention the Venmo. He said a text message. And the part he didn't also mention was that she said something about a key under the blue flower pot. But she or he continually says text message. Like he really had no idea or something about the Venmo at that point. Yeah, could be more than one purse, but why she would change it that day, I don't know. And if the purse had all of her stuff in it, that means she took nothing. Like, was there nothing in the purse? Like, it doesn't make sense. Right, LFT, right. So now let's listen to the sister. I have not heard all of the sister before, so this will be interesting. Yeah, I can't handle snoring. If you snore, oh man. Yeah, one juror, that was weird to me as well. All right, hold on. Let me X out of some of these things to see if that helps the glitching. Okay.
Clark County Police.
Yes, sir. My name is Diane Shirley, And my sister lives in Georgia, and my niece told me she was missing. Her name is Deborah Collier, or she could go by Debbie.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if y'all have any information about it.
As far as, I mean, no, not other than with the officer or whoever is working on the case. I don't know
Hey, Blue Eyes.
anything. Where does she live? Do you know?
Good question, Jen.
All I know is, I'm sorry, I don't know
What's her last
her
name?
address. Collier,
Okay.
Collier.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have any information. When there's something, they will contact the family. Whenever they, like I said, whenever they have something for that.
Okay.
All right.
We're just not getting information, so I'm just.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I am really worried about my sister.
Okay.
And
You know, you have any information where she might go, or do you have anything to add to it?
From my niece, she said that she was in an accident about a month ago, and she was, on the road. She was following this truck, and this truck lost a paint can, and the paint.
Sorry for the glitch, you guys.
Can hit my sister's car, and the paint went everywhere. And the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole. And there was, a stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive.
I guess. Do you think that
and
was, I'm sorry. I was going to ask, do you think that was told to anybody else? Well, do you think that was told to the officer, that concern?
That's standing from my niece.
Okay.
So the niece is setting up a narrative.
I don't know if the officer knows that, but I can have him call you if you want to pass it along with him, anything to help,
Yes. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Because I'm in Alabama.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm in Alabama, and, I
don't know what's going on with my internet.
I'm really too. She won't, she's not communicating very well with us, and I really would like to know what's going on.
I got you. Yeah, since you may have insight on that, I'll have the sergeant give you a call. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. That would be wonderful.
All right. And let's see here. Excuse me one more time. What's your name?
My name is Diane Shirley.
And your phone number?
Yes, sir.
And this is your sister, right?
Yes. Her daughter's name is Amanda Bearden. She would have been the one her and her husband, Steve Collier, would have been the ones filing the report, with my understanding from Amanda.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have him give you a call, okay? And just hang tight, all right?
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, hey, Melissa. So here's so that's the thing. Like, if I get a text like that from my mother or from really anybody, I'm calling the police right away. Now, so I think the reason Steve called when he did is, so I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. By the time he got done from work or whatever, he got home. He probably, from what we understand, Amanda was already there. And so he gets there and she says, I can't find mom, blah, blah, blah. And they go ahead and call. The sister, so the interesting thing about the sister is it's almost like she didn't trust what Amanda was saying. And so she went ahead and called herself, or Amanda wasn't communicating with her well. And I know, Melissa. I said, yeah. So the no mention of the money was really alarming to me because I don't know that he knew. I really don't. He did not mention the money. He didn't even mention Venmo. And the times that he did say talk about the message, he used text message. Um, it almost makes me wonder if he knew that she would exactly, Melissa, did he even know she was giving her money consistently through the months of August? I don't know. Yes, I think Diane did not trust Amanda, and that's why she called herself. I think Amanda was trying to immediately control a narrative like the truck driver. Okay, yes, the truck driver. I'm sure he's shady. I'm sure, he didn't want to get in trouble because he's on parole and he's not supposed to drive. I get it, but I don't know. For the aunt to call, or for the sister to call, just tells me that the sister was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like, she didn't buy her story. So let's listen to Amanda's call. But Amanda in itself, I'm not going to, where'd she go? Like, she went to like, did it one jar? Is that what it left? So she went to what, Ulta and Walmart. So if I get a call that they're not letting me go and my mom Venmos me all that she possibly can, I'm not going to stores to look for her. I'm immediately calling Steve and calling 911. Like, why didn't she call her father-in-law or her stepdad immediately? Was it Melissa? As Hackett, I don't know. So the accident did happen because that's why I believe she had the rental car. And yeah, it's wild. Like, why wouldn't you call? Let's listen to Amanda's. I have not heard Amanda's yet, so we're doing this together here. And I apologize for the glitching. I imagine my son is playing video games, and that is oh.
Hi, my name's Amanda Bearden, and I filed a missing persons report on my mother last night.
Okay.
Or yesterday, excuse me, and I was just wondering if maybe I could speak with the detective that's been assigned to her case.
Do you have any further information?
I sure do. I mean, do you want the case number?
Yeah, go ahead and give me the case number so I can look it up that way.
Bear with me just a second. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
So this must be her second call, I'm assuming.
Okay, it's 2022 dash 0910 0216.
216.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a second. And the detective may not actually be in the building yet, so I may have to get you a patrol officer. Okay?
Is it? I wondered if it was. We'll listen to the first
Bear
one
with
after
me
this.
just a second.
Okay.
So 09010.
Hey, Rena. Hey, Kate.
I'm sorry, his handwriting is not that great, but it's 09100216.
Sorry about that. I think I missed.
No, you're fine. It's only me.
On Rocky Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what kind of update do you have, just so I know what to...
Stop glitching.
try to.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean like I had an update. I just meant. Oh my God! I didn't mean. I'm sorry. I'm not in a clear mental state. This is my mother that's missing. I just wanted to talk to them. I wanted to see if maybe there was something that I could do. I do have the rental agreement number if they needed that. I mean, that's the only thing that I have to offer.
Is it, Melissa?
So
Okay.
maybe because she was in a rental car, I do have her rental agreement number. If they could maybe trace the GPS in it.
Whoa. Exactly, Kate.
I'm her daughter.
Yes, ma'am. Take a deep breath for me, okay?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'd be upset too. I completely understand that part. Like being upset about it. So the officer that took your report is already gone for the day. He worked last night, and then the detectives. I don't think they're in the building right now. They're kind of working on an on-call basis, so I don't know that I can get in touch with them unless I have something, fresh to give them, and that would be something. But I can see if I can get another officer to call you. Back, okay?
Okay.
And we've got the bowl.
The glitching is driving me crazy.
Blow out for. We're like, we got everybody, keeping their eyes peeled for, and that kind of thing. So,
I'm not trying to be a smart aleck here or anything, but do I need to hire a private detective maybe? Because I mean, and I'm not trying to be.
Oh, I've got a reaction here, Yvette.
Ugly or anything, but I don't understand why.
I think it's glitching to give me pauses to
Some, I mean, I know you don't know everything, of course, but why hasn't what I've asked being done? Like, why isn't the GPS in her van being traced? Do I need a private detective to do that? I mean, I don't. I'm not trying to be ugly or anything.
I know.
I just the most help.
My son's playing video games, Rena. I think that's what it is. I just tapped on the wall to tell him to get off.
Okay, so here's the thing. She's gonna
She's an adult.
Right.
I got it.
So that makes things a little more difficult because people are allowed to leave and go and do things without telling other people. And I know that's not a good answer. I understand that. But that is also, that is also part of it because she is an adult. So it just takes some time also to do these things. And so I don't specifically know what they've done yet or not. I wasn't here last night, so I don't know. But from my understanding, they would be doing everything that we know to do currently. But I will definitely get somebody to call you back, okay?
Okay, thank you for talking to me.
It's no problem. I'm so sorry. I hate that this is happening to you. What was your name again, sweetie?
Amanda Bearden.
Amanda Bearden.
Does anyone know if that's before or after she talked to the aunt called?
ARDEN.
Okay. All right. I'll get somebody to call you back.
Okay, let me pause
back here shortly, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So where I'm curious, Melissa, do you know if that was before the aunt called or after? I'm only asking because I wondered if Amanda called because the aunt called and so or something. So I agree with Melissa. I think Steve was completely out of the loop until he got home. Like I like as far as her missing and stuff. Um, the one interesting thing is that I feel was she Denise? I feel like she called for an update to like one juror said to I think sort out get information where were they in the case like as far as almost was she one step ahead things like that um exactly S Hockett and why was she trying to control so the other thing is she had a rental car how like so she researched that the van had GPS but she didn't know what vehicle I thought her mom had because she said none of it makes sense. Steve also says is the person items were home because, yeah, exactly, Melissa. So all the information Steve has is from Amanda. And the same for the aunt. And I think that's why the aunt was like, she knows her niece and was like, because it's not uncommon. She might know her niece more than Steve knows, because it's not uncommon if Debbie needed somebody to vent to about Amanda, but didn't want to go to Steve because it was a touchy subject, then she entirely might have, uh, I think the aunt probably knew her better than, yeah, Dragon Star. At this point, I don't feel like he did, but, I've been wrong before. I think he was very much out of the loop of everything. Um, okay, so there's another Amanda call, but it's very odd to me that she knows that about the GPS. It's almost like like when she said, "Why haven't they done what I told them with the GPS of her van?" It tells me she Googled it. Now let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Say she just wanted to know that she just wanted to research if there was a GPS so that they could go find her or whatever. I don't necessarily believe that's the case, but it was like she wanted to get ahead of it so that she knew if they had done that. It's just a very all right, let's see if we can listen to the next one. Yeah, I did bang on the wall and tell my son to get off, but then I saw him reach around to tell me to get off too, so he should be in bed. All right.
Athens Clark County Police.
Hi, can I speak with Colonel Johnson?
Okay, I don't have a Colonel Johnson.
Okay. He just called me. I had some more information for him, and I wanted to give it to him. My name's Amanda Bearden.
Okay. All right, hold on one second. I talked to you earlier, so it was
Yes.
Sergeant Johnson we had you talk to. Hold on.
Sergeant Johnson. I'm sorry, honey.
No, that's okay. Just lots of Johnsons around here, so I want to make sure I got
No,
the right one.
I get it.
You just need him to call you back?
Yes, ma'am. I thought about it, and I have her iCloud information. I know that and correct me if I'm wrong, but if the phone is turned off, it would still track her. But I do have her. I've got her Apple ID and what I thought was her password, but the password isn't working. I don't know if y'all have technology or whatever, but I do have. I don't know. I'm just. I mean,
All right, hold on one second, okay?
He said he'd call me back.
I noticed that too, Kate, that he
Okay,
was
thank you.
okay.
Hi, my name's Amanda Bearden, and
I saw a missing persons report on my mother last night.
Oh, we just listened to this one. Okay.
Yesterday, excuse me, and I was just wondering if maybe I could speak with the detective.
Okay. So hold up a second. I want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Okay, Colonel Johnson is hilarious. I'm sorry, but that was funny. Did Amanda was upstairs? Am I understanding this correctly? That the reason that they thought there was no purse was because Amanda was upstairs when Steve got home? That is wild. I'm trying to process that for a second. See, there's a reason that Debbie told her about the key. Oh, no, Melissa, she wasn't upstairs? Okay, I thought she went, or did she go upstairs and checked her bedroom? Is that something about the bedroom? Okay, Melissa, that's what I thought, but she's the one that went upstairs, right, to um, check for the purse in the bedroom or something like that. My mind is blown. The other interesting thing is that the purse was in the bedroom, right, Denise? That's right. The other interesting thing, did you guys notice that she did LFT, she did, that she had her Apple ID, but she had the password. She thought she knew what the password was, but it wasn't working, which tells me that, Serena, that's what I thought, but I need like a transcript. But okay, so I'm trying to think out loud. Okay, so she had her Apple ID and her what she thought was the password. So that really makes me wonder if she had her Venmo info as well. Um, she was 100% fishing for information, continually asking about the GPS to me. Hey, Diana completely says wanting to stay ahead of it. Now, the other thing, so I'm going to guess boyfriend show. When Steve is on the phone and he says he's trying to control the dogs, I'm going to assume the boyfriend had arrived or something and the dogs were going nuts. But so that would explain why law enforcement told her the location. Okay, now it makes sense. So she's the one that was pushing the GPS so badly, and that's why law enforcement probably called and said that she called her and told her where, like, that there was a ping or whatever. Now, does she sound worried in the second call? She absolutely sounds upset, but I also think she might have realized she was screwed at that point. Exactly, one juror, and that's what I'm saying. Yes, Melissa, for sure. Which is wild. Hey, Amanda, which is wild because of the fact that she would have had to have been looking up, does Pacifica have GPS, all that kind of stuff. That's possible, Aaron. And I mean, I get it. That could have been a worried daughter wanting to see if that would be possible for her to find. I don't know. Exactly, Denise. Well, I'm still trying to understand why she got a message like that at 3 was it 3:17, and she didn't immediately call her father-in-law, and no, stepdad, I keep saying why she didn't immediately call her stepdad and the police right away. Like, I understand wanting to search where your mother could be, but I would first have called 911, and or at least called Steve and said, "Hey, I know you're parking cars, but, I can't find mom. I got the suspicious number." It's just really weird. Or exactly, wonder why not just call the rental company? There's just, and she didn't even remember. Melissa, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's oh wow. That is right. Exactly, Melissa, because he thought she was going to be home. So he gets home, probably going to watch the game with her or something. And he said he thought she was shopping because she shops on Saturdays. And had Amanda called him, he would have said she's probably, shopping. But Melissa's right. She didn't claim she didn't remember what the car was, but yet she could get out hysterically crying, saying, "That's my mom's car. That's my mom's car," even though she didn't know what car it was, right? Well, the whole Venmo in itself doesn't make any sense, because they saw Debbie leaving from the store by herself, and they say that they have her on video, no one else is in the car. And so she sends that message, that alleged Venmo, while she's driving down the road to unalive herself, which I don't believe she did. Panther, the only thing I can think about that is, I do know, like, for college games, well, all games, they, get there very early to start tailgating and drinking. Exactly, one juror. Is it possible that daughter drove her to the store to buy stuff to watch the game, then thread? That's what I think so too, Melissa. I've been saying that. I 100% agree, because the scary part of that too, and the wild part is, where was where was, like, there was another vehicle or anything that we've heard of. So I'm trying to figure out where that person entered or exited the woods. Like, it doesn't make sense. I've tried to give Amanda the benefit of the doubt, but things just well, that's the other thing I wondered about, Pamela. Unless, he's parking cars, you didn't, doesn't really answer his phone. I don't know. It is, Melissa. It's such a short window of time for what was done to her to be done. So Dragon Star, she has a boyfriend, but I'm not convinced it was her only boyfriend, to be quite honest, based on some of her Facebook things. But she has this on again, off again boyfriend, who it kind of sounds like she runs the show a little bit. Like, she was stealing from him allegedly, and yeah. So it has been said that the reason they came back from Maryland, and this is allegedly, I don't know if this is true, I haven't seen this confirmed yet, but the reason they went back from Maryland came back was because Andrew, the boyfriend, skipped out of town. Well, he's on probation, and they, like, never told anybody he was leaving. He just split town. Right, Panther. I mean, if you run the timeline out, this is like crazy. I mean, even if you think, okay, 3:09, she left the store at 3:09. You're walking to your car, you're unlocking your door, you're getting in, you're starting your car. I mean, oh my gosh. So was that the one that he said, like, maybe then she can grieve her mother or something like that? Yeah, her daughter has drug arrests. Her daughter definitely, uh, runs the show on multiple things and has been extremely enabled. And I think that's clear based on the fact that a year ago, or in January, which what I would assume was when they moved to Maryland, brother was giving money to her based on Venmo for things like supplies and stuff. Fast forward, she gets no money then. Like they drop off Venmo, and now we're in August to the move back. And Debbie is at least twice a week. I think I counted like 5 or 6 times. Debbie's giving her money for gas. So, all this different stuff. You see that? I wonder if Debbie and Amanda and her boyfriend were going to go see. I thought so, Glitter, but she was in the opposite direction. It would be interesting to know if the purse Debbie had right. Well, somebody said now if the purse that she had at the crime scene is the purse that Amanda found at the house, then we definitely sure, Melissa, we definitely know that. Oh yeah, S Hockett, and I don't think she ever stopped using. Yeah, LFT for sure. The boyfriend, I think, would just kind of like do whatever the girlfriend said type, at least. I don't know. But if we remember too, the boyfriend's mom is in jail for 30 years for trafficking drugs. So yeah, the Venmo thing is just wild. Now the amount, so people are saying the amount was because that was maxed out of what you could Venmo. But I still am one, the amount is super weird to me. So I'm just trying to figure out, was it a code to a safe? Was there a safe upstairs that Steve didn't even know about? And that was the code to the safe. If Amanda, we don't know, we're still trying to, and then, like I said, there was the mother of a drug addict who said that she has multiple times met with dealers to pay off her child's debt, and that it, like, I guess now the child is better, but she said that, anytime her son would call and say, hey, I owe this person, she would go pay it off for him. And so was she doing that, I did what Kate said was interesting, how Steve immediately corrected and said stepdaughter, because her son, Debbie's son, says that, he was like their father. They were so, like he did more for him than their regular father and all this stuff. But he makes sure to immediately correct that and say stepdaughter. True, Diana. S. Hackett, yeah, I mean, as a mother, we do whatever we can. Oh, wow, one juror. Okay. That's actually good to know, because that's what people keep saying is the Venmo was maxed out. But I've unfortunately never been able to have that much Venmo. Yeah, I'll show it, Melissa. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it's just, oh yeah, when I looked at Venmo and I was like, wow. I mean, there's one that's just a heart, there's one for gas, and I mean, I'm talking like 8 o'clock at night, things like that, where she just like, yeah. Well, that's what I mean, Pamela, like, I mean, she might have just been a worried daughter, but it's also entirely possible that she was like the next day when she called to get an update, that she was like, I'm in over my head crap. It almost makes you wonder if she didn't realize that they had the GPS in the Siri, whatever, Sirius, yeah, or I don't know how to say it, and that she realized, she looked it up, and then when she realized they did, she was probably like, oh my gosh. Yes, Dragon Star, come back. Thank you so much. Rebellious, I don't know. I'm just blown away. Hold on, I'm gonna show the message when I get here in a second. Okay, check in. Oh, okay. Oh, this is great. Okay, so Punkette also sent a map that she did for me, like of everything. We'll take a look at. So, what do y'all think of the boyfriend? Do you think he had something to do with it? Yeah, Denise. I mean, Steve was like, in my opinion, pretty like, I mean, if he had something to do with it, he's kind of not that smart. I'm about ready to show you, Glitter. It was 90 minutes. Yeah, I know, Diana. The other thing about that, I've not heard that they were cleared. The other thing about that is, um, there's burner phones for days. Okay, I will, Aaron. MMA Munchkin. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I gotta email. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna email myself this. This map Punkette did. This should make a little more sense. It's still so weird to me that Debbie had that entire purse for essentially maybe nothing in it. Yeah, he did do that, Pamela. I would assume so, Glitter. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, that's a good question. Okay. All right. Aha, gotcha. Okay. I'm going to play Melissa Jade's screenshots here. Thank you, Melissa. First and foremost, then we'll look at the map. What? Hold on, I got to log in. Okay, I don't even remember my own passwords half the time. Huh, I'm shocked I did. That's not. Okay, sorry guys. Okay. I'm trying to see how to make it bigger. Oh, huh. I am the least tech. Oh, this is awesome. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I just want to see, do y'all think there was a second LFT? I wonder, that's not a bad thought either. I wondered if somebody was following her. Oh, wow, Aaron. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so there he is. If you guys didn't see that, it said, here he is. Sorry, but MMA 125 is him. That's okay. Hope Grace, ask away. I have a question. I'm late as usual, so you probably covered this. Did the husband and daughter state she left without the purse, only having her? They state yes, because Amanda allegedly found the purse for exactly Panthera upstairs. Okay, so they've already been cleared by the police. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that's just funny to me. Melissa, you did a fantastic job on this. Okay, it says right here, Pookie. Oh my God. With these names, I'm sorry. Pookie says she's not even using drugs anymore. Right. But yet she couldn't hold on a job. Wait. Hold on. Okay, so the boyfriend has been drug tested for 8 months straight because of a weed charge and hasn't failed one. Why does he refer to himself as the boyfriend instead? Like, did he think that people wouldn't know that it's him? Aaron, I know, right? Okay, the boyfriend. That's interesting. And then it says police have had their phones for over 3 weeks and have obviously checked the locations. From experience. Because people are calling my girlfriend a murderer, a dope head, and fat all over the internet with little facts about what actually happened. I find the fact that they said he said the boyfriend very interesting. It's probably her. What is my source of what? Amanda is my girlfriend. I think I know a lot about her whereabouts. Hold on, I gotta check chat, see what I've missed. Yeah, that's really weird. Okay, Melissa, I will. The fact that one juror. I think that he got himself in trouble. I don't. That's very interesting to me. Oh, I see what you're saying. He is so stupid if he's gonna get himself. Somebody caught him. So then he says, maybe when this is solved, my girlfriend hasn't even had time to deal with the loss of her mother. It's a really sad situation. I mean, she cries every day and she moved back here because she missed her mom. She came by our house the day before this happened and we were all on good terms. I've apologized to her mother for any wrong I have done in the past, and he's lying because there was dude, I'm so dumb, y'all. No, I'm not dumb. I'm not speaking negatively and by myself. Guys, I have this right on my phone. I forgot. I screenshotted it last night. The warrant for his arrest. They came back here because of he has a warrant out. He had a warrant out for him. I forgot. So he's lying. I totally forgot I screenshotted this last night. We'll go on in 1 second. He has a warrant out for the defendant he had a warrant out for his arrest that was just issued. And it was based on the defendant is in violation of condition number 3, and the defendant failed to report to the Athens drug lab in July and August. We just caught him on another lie. We just caught him on another lie because he said he's passed a drug test for the last 8 months. And he's in a violation of condition 4. He failed to report to probation as directed on 8/5/22, and thereafter the defendant is in violation of condition 5, in that the defendant has failed to pay court fines or directed resulting in 292 whatever. The defendant is violation of code condition 7. The defendant has failed to pay probation supervisor fees of $135, and the defendant is in violation of condition 10, and that the defendant has failed to show proof of treatment for substance abuse. Oh my gosh, I just hit me that I had this, that I forgot. The hopping video. This was issued on 8/10/2022. He's been on probation for 4 months and broke every rule. Defendant completed an SAE at Flanagan's Counseling on 4/27/22, and he was recommended to attend 6 weeks of ASAM Level 1. Defendant only attended 1 session on 6/01/22. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up the truck. Defendant does not answer officers' calls, emails, or mailed letter. Defendant's drug screens from February to June were negative for alcohol or illegal drugs. Defendant could not be screened in July and August. Warrant issued. Submit a warrant. Wait. Okay. Punkette. So, question, and we'll go through this. I forgot I had that. Okay, so he attended a session in June, but I thought they lived in Maryland. I'm super confused. So did he not live in Maryland and just she did? No, because he came back. Okay. All right, let me finish this. Like that. I like HM. They've called him out now twice. Like, you should probably get off the internet, man. Okay, so he says, I don't really care for any conversation going forward. I just want people to leave my girlfriend alone. I think losing a parent is enough. Now she gets to cry about all the cruel stuff people have said about her. Hmm. Okay, he says, yes, I think people on here are really stupid. Amanda was hit by a car 2 years ago and broke her leg in 2 places and tore her rotator cuff. She is also 4'11". Well, aren't you 4'11" too? Anyone that thinks she could carry a body through a wooded area is beyond stupid. No one said she carried a body, you dinkus. Hmm. Why would he say he writes to this Duchess. Well, that seemed like he was just. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So did I, Melissa Jade. So that's that exactly, Melissa. Yes, we have the same mind frame in this. Yes, I just said that. Yeah, can you Punkette? Okay, never mind, Punkette. You just did it. I I just thought that too. That was a really weird assumption for him to make because, in my opinion, I thought she went out there and um she was killed on sight, like carried out there, never even crossed my mind. And he just basically admitted that it wasn't oh thanks Yvette, it wasn't unaliving herself, which I'm telling you, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to give me some concrete evidence, and I mean hardcore evidence that she did that. Exactly, Pamela. That to me was huge. Well, the other thing is he had tested negative up until June for drugs. And alcohol, drugs and alcohol. He went, okay, one juror, he went to the one of his sessions that he was supposed to. All of a sudden he vanishes with Amanda. Yeah, I don't think so, Melissa, either. So it almost seems like he was on a better path. Vanishes with her, but I'm telling you, that just spoke volumes. Him saying that. That is really suspect to me. And maybe I'm just thinking too deeply, but and Melissa, I completely agree. Like, yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, it does, to be honest, he does know things that only, like a boyfriend would know, just like the drug testing, the time frame of, the last 8 months or whatever, or just some things that he's said, like a random person that wasn't him wouldn't necessarily know that he had tested negative for all those things. So Aaron, she was grasping at said a tree with her right hand. Some people have said that if she was like in rigor mortis or something, that could have accounted to it, but I don't really know. I'm not sure if she was just like if it was just like kind of just had her hand on a tree because of the way she fell or what, but that she was still alive after being set on fire. Glitter, that I thought of that too. I do think it's him. I actually do think it's him based on knowing that he has tested negative up till June. And what made him, but that's why I believe he's kind of like a yes man to her, because he just disappeared, right? He was doing the things he was supposed to do and he just disappears from probation, from everything. And so now like did they just move to Maryland in June and then an arrest warrant was issued and they came back in August? Oh my gosh, I can't wait till the press conference. I have 2 papers to write tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll stream it, but if one of these creators like Melissa or somebody I like streams it, I'll post it on my community page and we'll go there and watch it. Trying to socialize with body. Really, Glitter, does it? Pamela, originally that was said. Originally it sounded, yes, Sandy. Okay, Kate's going to stream it. I thought it was said 2. I thought it was said 2 originally that she was tied to the tree. You are right. But, y'all, they didn't move back here because she missed her mom. They moved back here because there was a warrant for his arrest. Hold on a second. That just made me think of something. A warrant from his arrest was issued on that just made me think of something. Sorry, my brain is going now. Steve. I'm really surprised they haven't deleted this Venmo yet. All right, so August 2nd, Debbie starts giving Amanda money. And then August 8th, she buys them a battery. August 11th, she buys them gas. August 17th, she refills a subscription. It says refill script, Amanda. September 5th, there's a heart, and then it's that day. So, wow. Wow. So, Aaron, I wondered that too, if they thought she was dead and then she wasn't. Glitter, I know. So somebody said that she might not, that they might have left things out at the scene on purpose, but I mean, I didn't know that. Yeah, Aaron, I wondered if she, and if he was, with her, got back together with her or whatever, if that had something to, because I know it was an on again, off again relationship. So, and just because he says she was clean, yeah, very much so, LFT, very much so. Sandy, the time frame doesn't make sense. That's what it is, and I agree with that because I just now. So Amanda has an alibi, right? She was in Athens. I don't know what his alibi is, but they're not going to clear them just based on I don't know. But I do not think. Where was I going with that? I can't remember. Parker, check this out. As a needy, penniless drug addict who doesn't have much, it's very likely that mom bought her daughter the same purse. Possible one, juror. Okay, I'm going now. I didn't see it when I went there before, but it's probably there now. Aha. Oh. So one juror did wow. Wait. Found a wig that basically can be the hairstyle. Wow. Wow. Well, now I need to show that. I got to show that. Hold on, y'all. I got to show this without doxing one juror's email. This is pretty crazy. Oh, well, it's one. Okay, so it won't really. Okay, you guys got to see this. Well, exactly, Pamela. That's what everybody's saying is what. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Hope. Look at this. This is a good find, one juror. People were asking for this the other day. All right, guys. You ready for this? Yeah, for sure, S. Hockett. Oh, good question, Glitter. I still am in agreement with Melissa. I think Steve was oblivious to all the money Debbie was, or at least had no idea what was going on. Look at guys. All right. So, right, no big deal. Okay, well, that's long. All right. So, it's not what she had on. But hold on. Look at this option. Now that, I mean, that's just one, but the point is, look at that. Now, okay, so, okay, so we've got that. Now hold on a second. She is Aaron for sure, definitely. So there's that, and now, whoops. Wow. Who stole Guy Fieri? Definitely Glitter. I mean, I didn't think it was possible, y'all, but dang. And if you remember correctly, the Family Dollar, apparently, allegedly, 2 times now, um, Family Dollar, the woman has kind of been like, well, I don't entirely know if it was her, and then there was like, she knew it was her, but the black shoes. Oh my gosh. That is an incredible find. One juror, nice job. Dang. It does. That's the hard part. The thing that catches me up sometimes is she doesn't have any jewelry on. So the really hard part about, like, all of her pictures always have quite a bit of jewelry, and she's not wearing any from that we can see. I don't even know if she's wearing earrings. Pamela, I don't know. That's a really good question. Well, yeah, one juror's point too is there's hundreds out there like this. Because we were trying to find the other day, somebody was trying to find if they, the visor with it, but um I can't believe I've been on for over 2 hours. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because the police report said she was 130, 135, but the husband said she was 145, 150. So I'm like, what? Um, True, Aaron. That is weird. That is weird. I mean, but I for sure think one of the weirdest aspects about what the boyfriend said was when he said, how would she be able to carry a body into the woods? Because, like, I think a lot of people thought that she died out there. And it was just a really weird thing to say. I know, right, Panthera? I don't know, Glitter. They haven't said. Like this press conference, if they don't give us some information on the press conference tomorrow, I'm going to go crazy. If they say it was unaliving, I'm going, oh, I hope that's not true. I hope they don't say that. It is Beatlemaniac. So a lot of people have said they think that might be what, not a lot of people, but a few people I've seen have said that they think that might be what the press conference is tomorrow because um, they haven't arrested anyone today. But I guess that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, like we said, they need to build a solid case. She does, Melissa, and you'll never convince me, like I said, unless that this was self-harm. It is, Yvette. That to me is huge, him saying that. I'm thankful, Melissa, thank you for putting that together and allowing me to share it. That was phenomenal. Aaron, that is highly possible as well. Really, Glitter? Wow. I didn't know until last night that there was a warrant out for his arrest. But then Kate also had the theory of what if she was on her way to take him to rehab? You know, like it's just, I don't know. I just don't think she went to the store to buy stuff to hurt herself and then took herself into the woods to do that. I do wonder, matters. Can we also talk about the other elephant in the room? There was a gun, right? Does people that are saying she unalived herself, does Debbie have a gun? Like, did anyone know? Like, we're gonna talk about the gun? Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, I don't know. But yeah, well, I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all, because I'm getting tired and now I want to go look some things up and make sure Melissa has some, and Kate does too, obviously, but Kate and I have been kind of doing it together, and she's gonna stream the press conference tomorrow. But Melissa has had some amazing content on her channel regarding this case, so make sure you go over and check that out as well. She's very fact-based, so that's what we need in these cases. Panther, I think you might be right. I'm not leaving yet, Punkette. We don't even know. Oh, wait. Yeah. We don't even know if she was alive. Like, what's done, Punkette? We don't even know if she was alive because Steve didn't see her. He just assumed, you know. What'd you do, Punkette? I'm a little bit nervous. The press conference starts at 1:30. I'm gonna put the map on my community post that Punkette sent because it is. What did Punkette do? Okay, so Kate will definitely be streaming it. All right, y'all, you are awesome, and I'm gonna post that community post, the map that Punkette did, and anybody that wants to use it, obviously, have at it. But you guys are so awesome. Oh, thank you, Punkette. I was like, what did Punkette do? Thank you, Punkette is so amazing. Do you glitter? Yeah. And this is my last thought, but let's assume, say her husband didn't have anything to do with it. I think he was pretty, oh, thanks, Punkette. I think he was pretty fed up with Amanda. Oh, hey, Jameson. I feel horrible if her husband truly had nothing to do with it. I feel horrible that he didn't even get to say, like, goodbye to her or something. It's just awful. I mean, it's an awful, oh, yeah, I'm with Melissa. Let's get Debbie justice. Justice for her, justice for EliZa and all the rest of the world. Freaking women, that stupid, horrible Pookie. Both these women need justice, so. That's so awesome. I didn't even yet know, like, I'm so out there. But at least EliZa's not this. Yeah, just completely kicked myself off the panel. All right. Thank you, Pamela Smith. Thank you, guys. You are awesome. I love talking. Thank you, Melissa Jade, for coming in and having some killer screenshots. Oh, and I'm not going to address it. I'll address it later. But if you see anything, yeah, we'll talk about it later. But all right, guys. See you tomorrow, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about it. Go watch Melissa's lives. All right, because she had some good stuff. I just yeeted myself. You guys are ridiculous.